Hello, I'm Tracy, and I'm going to guide you through a 20-minute yoga flow that has a focus on hips. So I have a yoga mat and a yoga block. This is optional. You can also use a book if you don't have a block, just something that can help bring the floor a little closer to you, and that'll make sense as we go along. All right, just to get started, I just want to take some time to breathe deeply. So you're scooting around so that your sitting bones are grounded. Find a tall spine. You can draw your shoulders up, back, and down. You can let your eyes close. Let your facial muscles relax. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just practicing that a few more times where you're bringing in a deeper breath. So as you're inhaling, see if you can bring some breath into your belly. Really expanding through the lungs, lifting of your chest, and exhale, releasing all of your breath. You can open up your eyes. We'll start with a gentle twist. Inhale, reach your arms up, and as you exhale, twisting to your right. So you'll bring left hand to right knee, looking to your side or looking back behind you, just getting a nice stretch. And then coming back to center, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twisting to your left. And bringing yourself back to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring hands to your heart. We'll do a side body stretch with my helper. Place your left hand on the floor. Right arm reaches up, and we lean to your left. Letting your chest turn upward toward the ceiling and really pressing down through the right hip. And then we'll switch sides. So these are lateral stretches, stretching out your side body. And so even though our focus is on flowing on the hips, it also can really help free up space for the low back. So now bringing your hands onto your knees, we'll do a seated cat-cow. So again, we're warming up through the spine. Now inhale, draw your chest forward. So opening your chest, draw shoulder blades together. So you're stretching through the chest, strengthening through the upper back. And as you exhale, you're rounding your spine, really engaging at your core, kind of leaning back. As you tuck your chin, inhale, opening through the chest. So again, this is cow pose, exhale, and rounding into cat. And we'll do that just a few more times. And coming back to center, you can let your hands come to the floor, bring your feet out in front. We're gonna let both knees drop to your right. So we'll do some functional movements for the hips. So these moves might feel a little unusual. We're gonna keep the right leg on your mat. And as you inhale, you're lifting the left leg and opening the hip, and lowering the left knee. So we're opening and closing, and just notice what you feel in your body, especially at the hip joint. So it's a pretty good stretch for your inner thighs, but really stretching and focusing on that hip joint. Good, we'll leave the left knee there. Bring both hands around so your hands are on the outside of your right thigh. Take a breath in, exhale, continue to look a little farther behind you. Feeling that twist, and actively press your left knee into the floor. And we'll bring the left hand back. Bring your feet out in front. We're going to switch and do that on the other side, dropping both knees to your left. So you're supporting your weight with your hands. We're going to keep the left leg grounded. Now as you inhale, lift and open the right leg, the right hip, and lower it down. Inhale, open, exhale down. It's a really good move if you sit a lot or drive a lot. Now this time we'll keep the right knee on the floor, bring both hands to the outside of the left thigh. Take a breath in, exhale and twist, looking behind you, really pressing the right knee into the floor. We'll come back to center. I'll show this next one from the side. This is boat pose. So with this focus, so boat pose is typically known for core strength, so you'll definitely get that. And you also want to keep a broad chest, so you don't want to be rounding in boat pose. So you want broad chest. You're going to grab behind the knees, make sure you're grounded through your sitting bones. So you're opening up the chest and start to lean back. So normally when I teach boat pose, and you still have this permission, you have permission to stay here because you want your low back to feel good. For this class, for focusing on the hips, you want to lift the legs into a modified boat and see if you can release your hands. Keep breathing. Then you can bring hands to your heart. We're going to alternate the left leg out and then bring it in and alternate lowering the right leg and bring it in. So definitely feel back muscles working, core muscles working, but also feel how this is working the front of the hip. If you need some support, place your hands on the floor. You want your low back to feel good. And our last one here, and then we'll bring our feet together, knees apart, and stretch out in butterfly, which looks like this. So your hands can be right at your ankles, sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed. If you're feeling a good stretch, stay here. If you can go a little deeper, lean forward. And then we'll sit back up. Move on to hands and knees. If you are using a block, you always want to have that at the top of your mat so you can reach it. So starting at hands and knees, we'll take a tabletop position and then move through a cat-cow flow here. So you're inhaling, opening your chest forward as you tilt your tailbone up, and then exhale and round your back. Inhale, looking forward, exhale and round. Just get a nice stretch for your spine. Come back to tabletop. If you're taking care of your wrists, make fists with your hands. That will help. You can also add additional cushioning for the wrists. You just want to make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Okay, so for some more stretching for the hips, we're going to be starting on the right side, bringing your right knee forward toward the right elbow, and then bring it out to the side like a fire hydrant. And then you're rotating so your heel is pointing up at the ceiling. And we're going to keep with that circle, bringing the knee forward, leg out to the side, and foot to the ceiling. Do your best, making as big of a range of motion as you can. And then we'll pause the next time that your foot is pressing up to the ceiling. And we're going to do some small lifts here, strengthening through the glutes, strengthening through the hamstrings. And then pausing, straighten the right leg, extend your left arm forward. Spinal balance, we're going to add some core. So you can stay here. So in spinal balance, you're extending through the left fingertips and the right heel. What we're not doing is lifting the leg because we don't want to be arching the back. Your spine is pretty parallel to the floor. But we'll add some core strengthening. Take a breath in. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. We're going to do a few of these. Warm things up a bit. I'll do one more. And bring your hands to the floor. We'll sit back to a child's pose. Bring the knees out wide. Big toes are touching. I'm going to sink back to roll out your wrists. And come back to hands and knees. I'm going to turn the other way so that you can see. We're going to do that hip stretch on this side with the left leg. Bring your left knee forward to your elbow. Leg out to the side for fire hydrant. And then left heel to the ceiling. So that's our circle. Bring the knee forward, out, back. Keep rotating. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged. Go at your own pace. We're going to pause the next time that your left heel is pressing up at the ceiling, and we're going to do the small lifts. Just like you're stomping on the ceiling, feeling this in the glutes. If you're feeling it in your low back, you want to engage through your abdominal muscles. So hug your belly button towards your spine. And then pausing here, we're going to straighten the left leg. Right arm reaches forward. Oops. Forward. Adding core. Breathing in. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. You're inhaling as you're extending out. Exhale as you're crunching. And do two more. Last one. Good, and come back to all fours. We'll take one more child's pose. Again, knees are out wide, big toes are touching. Hands reach forward, rest your head. So this is a good time to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, releasing some of that heat. Rolling your hands out on your mat to stretch out the wrists. And coming back to your hands and your knees. We're going to take downward facing dog. So tucking your toes. We're making an upside down V shape with our body. Gonna lift your hips and press them back. Let your ears line up with your biceps. Walk forward. So ears line up with your biceps. You can soften through the knees and really reach back. Maybe pedal the heels out. And you can hold here, or we'll add a flow, a simple flow of inhaling to a plank pose and exhale back to down dog. So if you're having to walk your hands forward and back, that means your downward dog was too short to begin with. You should be able to keep your hands and feet in the same place when you're moving between downward dog and plank. And pausing in downward dog, looking through your legs. When you look through your legs, that helps to line up your neck. Really pressing your weight back. Should feel extension along your spine, so a stretch for your back. And walking your feet forward. Ragdoll forward fold, grab opposite elbows, hang out here. And bring yourself up to standing. You can inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So from the top of your mat, you can bring your hands to your hips and step your right foot back into crescent lunge. So your feet are in two train tracks. So from forward fold, you have about 2 fists between your feet. You're stepping that right foot straight back. And hug your inner thighs toward the center line of your mat so your legs feel strong. And then bring hands to your heart. Shoulders are back and down. We're gonna add knee dips. So your left knee is over your ankle. Really rooting and grounding through the left knee. We're gonna lower the right knee straight down and up. Down and up. Really isolating the left glute, stretching the front of the right hip. And pausing here is in crescent lunge. We're gonna add warrior 3, so keeping hands at your heart. We're gonna lift the left leg, letting your chest point at the floor. And then bring your knee forward. Can stay here or cross right ankle over the top of the left knee. Balancing pigeon, you're sitting back. And coming back up. Onto both feet. Okay, crescent lunge, other side. You can start back with hands at your hips, stepping your left foot back. Squeeze the legs towards each other, and then bring hands to your heart. Relax through your shoulders. We're lowering straight down and up. Down and up. You're feeling this in the right glute, front of the left hip. And then holding in crescent lunge, moving into warrior three. You're going to shift your weight forward, lift the left leg. Do your best to bring your chest to point at the floor. Keep breathing. And we're going to bring the left knee forward. And you can stay here or balancing pigeon. Crossing left ankle over the top of the right knee and sit back. And come back up. Both feet to the floor. Shake it out. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale to a halfway lift, bringing hands to your shins or to your thighs. Your spine is parallel to the floor, and press your shoulders away from your ears, looking straight down at the floor. Moving from here into a plank pose, you're going to lower hands to the mat, step back. So you're in a full plank, a diagonal line from your head to your feet. Holding here. Bringing knees to the floor, so kneeling planks, your abs are still really active. You're gonna tuck the elbows. We're gonna do just a few little dips with the arms just for the triceps, where you lower your chest a little bit toward the floor, so you're bending a little bit and pressing up, or you can bend a little bit more where you're lowering halfway and pressing up. So look forward over the top of your mat, lifting and lowering. One more. Pressing up. Extending the hips back. We're going to be meeting all the way back onto your back. We're almost done. We're going to stretch out the outer hip. Bring your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Can stay here or hug the left leg in, stretching the outer hip. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Whatever you need to do to start slowing down your heart rate. And then bring both feet down. Left ankle over the top of the right leg. This is reclined pigeon. So again, you can keep right foot on the floor or hug the right leg in. And then release all the way down. We'll end by hugging knees into chest. relaxing your arms and legs all the way to the floor. So it's important to spend at least a few moments being still at the end of your practice, just letting your mind and body relax. Just let your body feel heavy on your mat, where you can fully release and surrender. You're welcome to stay here longer, or you can hug your knees into your chest. You can roll to one side to come up to seated, or rock and roll your way up. Sitting up nice and tall, just like how we started. Inhale, lift arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.